I want to touch on two things, the taxes and then immigration. Now, with the tax cut, all right, Chuck Schumer in New York kept saying that, it's for the wealthy. But now if you make $1 million a year or $2 million a year, everybody gets about 3% the tax cut down. But in New York, those properties are worth $2, $3, $4, $5 million. Their property taxes, let's say, are a couple $100,000 just for their property taxes. All right? Now, under this new tax code, they can only take $10,000 off the top. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you make $1 million a year and you have a $3 million property and you're paying $100,000 for property taxes, from that million, now you got to pay $990,000. All right. Last year you could pay on $900,000 because you could take the whole $100,000 off of the top. So actually, the higher earners in those higher states, that's why they were complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then with this tax cut here, Chrysler's indirectly, they're moving a plant to Warren instead of Mexico. So that money to those workers are going to come to American workers. All right. So now they're going to be paying taxes. So indirectly, actually, Mexico is paying for it because if Chrysler left that plant in Mexico, the Mexican people are going to make all the money, right?
Okay.
So indirectly, some of that money would be coming back to this country from Mexico. That's just one example right there.
Okay.
Now, on immigration.
All right.
Immigration. It was in the news just not too long ago. A Chinese restaurant owner, I think they lived in West Bloomfield. It looked like a multi-million-dollar house. They had 4 illegals in the basement,
Mm-hmm.
and they started the basement on fire. There were 4 illegal Mexicans in the basement, and they died. Those Chinese restaurant owners went to jail. All right. Now there was 4 guys in the basement that died. If those could have been American jobs, and that's just on a small scale. And I know some cement contractors that got, and these guys are worth $20, $30, $50 million, so they could afford to pay Americans instead of slave. Dude, that's pretty much that's.
Well, you know what, and I appreciate your call. I'm very aware that I have mentioned before that I lived in El Paso, Texas, for 3 years, and ended up working with and being friends with a number of undocumented people in this country. But they came here because there were plenty of manufacturers and businesses that had these, below minimum wage, really a pittance of a salary, not even a salary, a payment. And they were paid a pittance. But I'm wondering if the law should also tell companies and corporations that it is illegal for them to hire those folks. I don't know. I got to see what the law says about that. But I know that's why they came to this country, and because the corporations benefited from that. Anyway, we'll have that discussion as well. Let me get back. I'm trying to fit in as many calls as I can because we're about to run out of time. And let's see. We got Lee on.